Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 6 of World of Warcraft. We have a lot to talk about. Turtle and Chill TBC Anniversary coming. Well, that's the topic of today's discussion hour. And while we discuss things, monologue things, or whatever, we're gonna play some Turtle, and then we'll see what happens, right? So, currently, I am level 39, not really that far leveled. I've been grinding up some materials, getting some money in, because I am now able to buy my mount in the next level. And we are currently in the grind for the next level. We are in the Crush Rich Warmonger quest. And these are elite enemies, so they do hurt like an absolute truck. My pet Fenya is dying left and right. But yeah, let's keep on destroying stuff. Things gonna get interesting because yesterday I was doing some few research. Am I ready for you? Yeah, probably. I was doing a lot of research yesterday, and a subreddit came across my my feed, which was called a Classic TBC Anniversary. And I was like, Classic TBC Anniversary? Doesn't that doesn't exist? And yeah, the subreddit got opened again. Why did it get opened again? Well, turns out the roadmap of World of Warcraft Retail Classic entailed that in year 2025, which is this year, in winter or beginning spring next year, the classic era of the anniversary will come to an end and will basically get the Burning Crusade up. And as you should know, and you might know, but the Burning Crusade is literally my most favorite add-on in World of Warcraft. So it is extremely interesting to me that this is a thing. So yeah, here's the big discussion question. Do we keep working on Turtle World of Warcraft, or are we restarting on the retail version? Now keep in mind that the retail version, and Fenya is dead again, but that is to be expected. The retail version of World of Warcraft does not have the extra races. It does not have this revised talent tree, and many things are not as good as they are here. This version of World of Warcraft Classic is literally better than the retail version. However, the retail version will be updated a few more times to get content across in intervals. Currently they are locking content behind intervals. That's what they're doing. And the interval, the last interval, will be the winter interval of this year. And this would mean that World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Classic, is coming back. It was here before, but it is now coming back as the Anniversary Edition, which basically means it has a few quality of life improvements. However, this would mean restarting from scratch. This would mean restarting from scratch. Now, there's two versions of restarting from scratch. There's two versions of restarting from scratch. The first version is the very simple version. We start when the Burning Crusade Anniversary starts, because I want to play an Alliance Enhancement Shaman. This is what I was playing in the original version. I was playing a Protection Paladin, and I was playing a Enhancement Shaman. And the Enhancement Shaman is the one that I mained. And I kind of got into tanking afterwards. So tanking is something that I really want to do as well. But Enhancement Shaman or dual wield melee shaman is the thing that I want to play. This is only available in the Burning Crusade. So we have the option of starting in Burning Crusade and just playing the shaman. Here's the other version of the start that we can do. And I kind of tend towards the second version. We're doing a character now, getting them up to speed, getting them up geared, and getting them resources. Basically, we're gathering resources just in preparation to get ourselves the anniversary character boosted with gear, with materials, with everything that is available, so to speak. So here's the thing. Do we start on the anniversary release of the Burning Crusade, or do we start now, basically? So this would mean that this might be the last episode of Turtle if we do restart now on the retail version. However, I would restart 2 characters on the retail version. I would restart the original character, and I would restart the Paladin. Not with the same name, of course, because the names are uber cringy and they are so 2000 and I don't know, 5. The names of the characters are so 2005. So yeah, I would give them regular names. But yeah, one is a mage and the other one is a paladin. The mage actually might get the real name he had before, although I as it's obvious in everything you see on this channel, I do not prefer male characters anymore. I do prefer the female character. That is a name I did not expect to see. That is a name I did not expect to see. Hey, Polly. That is a name I did not expect to see. Wow. Okay. Who the hell are you? Polly. Do I know Polly? You're not Traxel, are you? Are you Traxel? Are you Nashora? Who the hell are you? I did not expect that name to happen. But yes, that is the name of the shaman. That is Chirori. That's the name of the shaman, or Chichi, rather. But the name of the mage is Windy. And the name of our dear paladin is Lodak. Not gonna do Lodak. That is a very, very bad name. I did not expect to hear that name. Who the hell are you? Very interesting. Thonk. Thonk? Thonk? I have no idea who Thonk is. So yeah. Now we have emotes. Right, we have emotes now, which is kind of cool. We do have emotes now. So yeah. The question is now, do we restart now or do we restart? Oh, that's a bad pull. Can we do this? Might be. So yeah, do we restart now or do we restart on the TBC Anniversary release? Because classic-wise, this is much better. Let's just be fair, Total World of Warcraft is the better classic experience and I'm getting absolutely manhandled. I'm getting absolutely manhandled by this guy. I'm getting absolutely manhandled by this guy. Thank you very much, troll. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool because this offers custom content. Total World of Warcraft does have content that does not exist in the real classic version. If we look into Outlaws loot, there is a few things that do not exist. What does not exist is Gilneas City. What doesn't exist is Hateforge Quarry. The Karazhan Crypt does not exist. Caverns of Time Black Morris, this version does not exist. Stormwind Vault does not exist. Lower Karazhan Halls does not exist. Emerald Sanctum does not exist. Upper Karazhan Halls does not exist. So this server does offer a unique experience when it comes to game content. Trying to figure out Polly, yeah. I have absolutely no idea. If I open up the Blizzard account, let's see, who could you might be? And I will not say real names, of course. I will, of course, not say real names. But I don't have anyone in my friend list that resembles Polly in any way. And Martino, you're not Martino. You could be Martino. And we would have fought over the DPS meter once I went into Retribution Paladin. And I was going Retribution, I was contesting El Martino for his damage, and the voice chat got rather heated because we flew around words that should not be said on Twitch, because man, those voice chats were bad. Man, we were shitting on each other so hard in the voice chat back then. Yeah, we had a very interesting TeamSpeak back then. The TeamSpeak was very heated in many ways. So, oh god, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Not important, no, it's not important. However, the nickname is the true nickname of my shaman, and only the Burning Crusade people know the shaman, and only the Lich King Burning Crusade people know the shaman. So it is quite interesting that the shaman is known to you. That is definitely a thing. So yeah, so it's pretty much up for discussion on what we should do and what we can do. Well, we can do switch, but the choice really lies in the viewers here. Shall we return to retail and level up a mage and a paladin? Or do we only start on the true release of the Burning Crusade Anniversary? These are the two choices we have right now. And we have... I don't think you guys know each other, no. But who could you be? You're following since the 3rd of January 2004. So you've been here quite a long time, Polly. So I have absolutely no idea who you are. I have absolutely no idea who you are. But man, that you know this nickname is quite interesting. That's very interesting. I did not expect to read that name. And I'm kinda stuck. I'm kinda stuck. I need these warmongers. We're kind of stuck right here. This is a bad start to the fight. They are elite enemies after all, so these are not supposed to be easy. Let's see, can we get some healing onto the pet? Memory of a goldfish. Well, let's be fair. Let's be fair to me, okay? World of Warcraft is like 15 years ago, okay? Let's be fair to me. It's like 15 years ago. So, yeah. Oh, I got... can I do this? And no, it's gonna be difficult. Can I do this? Nope. Nope, that's a death. Yep, that's death. That is a death. Can we save? Can we save? Can we save? Die to fall damage, baby. Die to fall damage. It's been 15 years, okay? So yeah, do we restart or do we keep on playing here? Fall damage. Was it fall damage? Let's check. Was it fall damage? Combat log. You fell and lose 233 health. Yes, it was fall damage. I died to fall damage because of course I did. Because of course I did. I mean, the pro would be that we would be actually like playing legit World of Warcraft. Yeah, we would be actually like playing legit World of Warcraft. The other side is this offers unique content. So do we want to see regular World of Warcraft and have me level up 2 characters in the same style as we've been leveling here? I've been leveling on my own and we stream when we stream. Or do we keep on playing here and explore the unique content that this has to offer? Because not only does it have unique content to offer, it also has unique classes to offer. Every single class in the game has been vastly improved by a extended talent tree, and all of the talents got reworked, all of the skills got reworked, and this is as unique as it gets when it comes to World of Warcraft Classic. I googled Turtle World of Warcraft if they plan on doing the Burning Crusade version of the server. This will not happen because there is something called a World of Warcraft core, and the World of Warcraft core was basically reverse engineered to 1.12.1, which is this version. So this version was completely reverse engineered, and all of the other versions were not reverse engineered. There exists a TBC server called Stormforge who did not re-engineer the server structure. However, they did something else. They could re-engineer all of the stats the server has, which translates to every single value of the raids, the bosses, etc. They actually changed and made like the game a little bit harder. And by a little bit, I mean a lot harder. Like Karazhan was like 50% harder on Stormforge. So that was really exciting. I was playing Karazhan back at that time, and it was really, really cool. Like having an actually difficult Karazhan and all of that stuff. However, that is not really re-engineering the code. Re-engineering the code means that they actually like change stuff, which no one does except for this server. This server and other 1.12 servers can technically re-engineer stuff. This is just the most extensive version of re-engineering that has been done. Doesn't mean that other servers do not do that. This is just the best one at it. So I don't know. What's definitely clear is that we will be playing the Burning Crusade when it releases in this winter or this spring. So this will 100% definitely happen. The question in here lies, do we prepare for the release or do we not prepare for the release? Preparing for the release translates into making a character and actually like gathering stuff, doing content, etc. So we can push the shaman to be much quicker. Like we can prepare all of the jewel crafting because the character will be the same character. TBC Turtle WoW, that is what I googled. That will not exist, unfortunately. It is not possible to configure and re-engineer the Burning Crusade server with the extent that Turtle World of Warcraft has done. It's the real TBC. The 20th Anniversary Classic, the Burning Crusade. So the real version on the roadmap you can see if you just Google the Classic roadmap. You will see that in winter 2025 or spring 2026, yes, they are relaunching the Anniversary version of TBC. And the Classic servers will be upgraded to TBC, like they have done before, just this time as a anniversary tag. Because my shaman will be the exact same shaman that I've played before. It will be an enhancement shaman. She will have dual crafting with the jewel craft and alchemy. She had both. She had dual crafting and alchemy. And yeah, so there would be an actual like preparation for this, because we need a character who has like like mining and all of the other stuff. So it would be better. Yes, and she will be called Chiruri if I can manage, if the name is not stolen, of course, or taken rather. So if the name is not taken, other than that, she will be called Chidori Zanza, because Zanza is my tag. Oh my god, this is absolutely destroying me right now. Ooh, this one is smart. This kills my pet. Yep, this kills my pet, which means we're running. Can I kite this one? Oh, interrupted. Can I kite you? No, it's not shooting. Nope, and we're dead. Yeah, we need pots. We're not surviving this currently, which kind of sucks. So yeah, I will be trying to recreate the character as true to life as she was back then. And the goal is the goal that we've reached before, and that is Sunwell Plateau. We have cleared Sunwell Plateau with the character. I believe I did not do Kill Jaden with her. I believe I did not do Kill Jaden. I know I did Brutalus, I believe he's called. I did the... was it called Maru? Was it called Maru? The flying sigil type enemy. I killed that one as well. I know that. I did not do Kill Jin, but the plan is to do Sunwell Plateau with her. So that's the plan. Like true to life, like farming Karazhan. It's my most favorite raid in all of World of Warcraft. Karazhan is the best dungeon they have ever done. Karazhan was great. Black Temple was amazing. So that is also what I want to do. Basically, I want to... Muru, thank you. Muru. Maru is a StarCraft 2 player. Best add-on. Absolutely best add-on. So I truly want to relive the time because I missed the regular classic version of World of Warcraft, of the Burning Crusade. And I basically found the Burning Crusade like 6 weeks after it was done. And was really bad because I really wanted to play the Burning Crusade. It's my most favorite add-on and I totally missed it. I will not miss it this time. In fact, my calendar has already a date set to check for updates. So I will not miss it this time. Absolutely not. It's just about like getting things rolling. It's about getting things rolling. And do we prepare? Do we not prepare? That's the thing that we need to decide on. Oh, this could be trouble. This could be trouble. Let's step in another step. Oh, this is trouble. This is bad. This is bad. The pet is taking a lot of damage. Let's do some pet control. Pet is taking a lot of damage. I don't think we're making it. I managed to kill so many of these guys before. However, ever since the camera is on, of course, I'm not able to kill them. Ever since the camera is on, of course, I'm not able to kill them. They are quite difficult to kill, okay? And they hit like an absolute truck. They hit like an absolute truck. We need 3 more. 3 more. Again, I am trying to avoid Stranglethorn at all costs. And I will try to avoid Tanaris at all costs. Because they're so over-farmed on this server. Like, everybody is there. And this server has like 8,000 active players. It's incredible. The server is so overfilled. So, yeah. Making money on this server is impossible, by the way. It took me a solid like 20 hours it took me like a solid 20 hours to get like 166 gold. Like the server is so bad. The economy is so crashed in this server. You cannot earn money here. Absolutely not. Like all of the cloth, all of the silk, all of the wool, all of the mage weave, all of it is at cost or below cost. All of the metals are almost at cost. So if you want to sell like a stack of iron, a stack of iron is like 60 silvers on the vendor, and you earned like 90 silvers in the auction house. Like the server is so incredibly financially pushed down. You can't earn money on this server at all. And I'm usually pretty good on earning money in video games. But this server, man, this server, you cannot earn money here. Absolutely impossible. Let's see, we have a warmonger over there, we have a warmonger over there. We don't have any other players over there. However, we do not have any mana to heal our pet up. What to do? What to do? Definitely will play Chidori. Definitely will play Windy. Might play Lodark. But Lodi, will not be called Lodark. The name is quite cringy. The name was created when I was 11. that name was created when I was 2001. And it's spelled big L, big O, D-A, big R-K. It's such a bad name. It's such a bad name. I was 11 once, okay. And I played Playing Death. Because I pulled a warmonger, and now we are in trouble. Yep, we are in trouble. This was not good. I can't even see my pet. There we go. So yeah, Lodark. Not gonna do Lodark. Lodark is a bad name. We're not playing Lodark. Terrible name. If you're wondering what Lodark means, yes, I was 11. It means Lord of Darkness. It's such a terrible, terrible name. So cringy, so 11 years old. I never did the XXX Lodark XXX or the ZZZ Lodark ZZZ. I never did that. So I'm quite proud of myself that I never did the XXX version of my name. Because that would have been truly bad. Never did that. But did the very, very cringy lead speaky stuff of uppercase, lowercase letters. Because I was cool, okay? I was a cool kid with a lot of acne and no hair on my ass. And no hair on my balls, but I was a cool kid because I was the Lord of Darkness and I lost pretty much every single Warcraft 3 match. But I was cool as heck because I was better than my friends at school. And because I was better at my friends at school, I was the cool one. I was the God King player and not my friends because they lost to me in Warcraft 3. And as we all know, winning against your friends in Warcraft 3 at school gives you the biggest EP-ness you could imagine. So that is definitely worth the brag. I didn't have many friends. I didn't have many friends, like 3. But I had friends. At least some of them, I think. I hope. I know not a single one of them back then. And they probably wouldn't even recognize me. Because I actually, like, changed a lot from being a kid. So I am definitely unrecognizable anymore. So we have one more warmonger over there. We need 2 more warmonger kills. That one immediately respawns. So let's take care of this guy. Ooh, that's an enforcer. That's an enforcer. We need a little bit of mana. I can't push without mana. Yep, I can't push without mana. There is an iron deposit over there. Can we take that? We should be. We should be able to take that. So yeah, if we were to start, I think we were to start the mage, because the mage was the very first character I played in Classic, and it was classically a frost mage, because back then fire was not really a thing, and arcane basically didn't exist in the original version of World of Warcraft. Yeah. I kind of want to switch. And I kind of want to make a character, however that would look. But I kind of want to switch. That is bad. We unfortunately pulled a Enforcer, which I do not want, because that eats mana like crazy. If we have mana, we can push. That's not the problem. The problem is our mana household is really, really bad. And the troll and the dwarf right there seem to be in a group. Yep. They seem to be in a group. Like, if we have mana, we can push the enemy. That's no big deal. But if we don't have any mana, we can't. Another option, of course, another option is not to do either things. Just play Final Fantasy. That is also a possibility. Just play Final Fantasy, you know. Don't know. Don't know what to do. Do we have any mana at all? I definitely need to pick up some water. Definitely need to pick up some water and some mana potions. Oh, they pulled. Oh, the hunter pulled. Yep. Oh, there's another hunter over there. There's a level 60 paladin. Interesting. I kind of want to switch. Get some stuff in, get a little bit of money, prepare for a mount and all of that stuff. And then just enjoy the ride when TBC comes. TBC, however, is still far, far, far away. It's like really far away. It's up to 6 months away. But on the other upside, we need to kite this guy. We need to kite this guy. Can we make it? Probably not. Let's try to fight him in melee. But that will unlikely work. Let's get the monkey in. Let's see if that makes a difference. We could technically try to run away and try to hamstring him. That should probably be what we should do. Let's shoot. And one more to go. One more to go. Alright. Let's get into safe positions. We need to res and all of that stuff. So yeah, Karazhan would be really nice. I've been looking for a TBC server for a while now. So that is just coming along my way. I just need to decide what to do. Yeah. This is not going well. Let's just admit this is not going well. I've been dying left and right. This is not going well. Let's just admit that. But it's an elite quest, so what the hell do I know? Does the trick actually like still exist? Like sitting down regenerates more mana? If I sit down, I regenerate 29 mana per tick. If I stand up, I still regenerate 29 mana per tick. No, 30. 30. So sitting down makes absolutely no difference, I see. It used to be a trick in the early days of World of Warcraft. When you sit down, you regenerated more mana. I'm old, I know. I'm old. I've been playing this game since 2003. Let's heal the pet. Let's get this last warmonger killed and then we move. And then we need to find a new leveling area. We have a few travel quests to do. We do have the elite quest of Desolace. But this one is quite difficult. This is a level 42 elite. So this is quite a difficult elite quest. So who is killing this? It's the 32? It's the 30, yeah, it's the level 60, so the level 60 is helping him. I see. So we need just one more. Just one more. Let's feed the pet one last time. And then we need to find a enemy to kill, which is this way. This is our enemy. Yep, this is our... Oh, we are entering combat. This is bad. This is bad. Bad, bad, bad. Let's just run. Let's just run. There we go. We're outside. Wonderful. Go back. And let's try to kill this enemy. Then we're finally done with this quest. Now we have the Badlands to level. So Badlands has not yet been attacked by me, and we have a delivery quest over to the Badlands, so we could explore the Badlands. Again, I wanna avoid Stranglethorn if I can. So if we look into the mappings, we do have the Swamp of Sorrows available for us. There are a few quests. I have never quested in the Swamp of Sorrows. So this was a area that was not really available to Alliance in the original game. And my pet is dying. I wanted to survive. Come on, come on, come on. Crappy area, yeah. Yeah, in the original version, it's a massively crappy area. Again, this has been massively changed. All of the bad areas have basically been updated. So all areas are now equal to each other. So this is one of the big things that this version has going for it. Bad areas have been fixed in this version. So that's a thing. But first, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's kill that. Let's not kill that mage, but let's attack it. So we are... Let's go this. So we have de-aggroed. Let's get running. Can we do this? We can. Let's get out of here. Let's turn in this elite quest. So let's look at the quests. Let's look at the areas. We have the Swamp of Sorrows available for us. This has been fixed. We have the Badlands available for us as well. The Badlands were good back then, but now they are even better. So there is quite a lot of stuff available. I am blocked by this huge ballista over there. So this is available. Swamp of Sorrows is available. We have Badlands available. We could try to get into the hinterlands, but the hinterlands are a 40 and up. So hinterlands, while I do like the hinterlands, they're not an option right now because it's still a little bit too high. We have Gilneas. Gilneas is full of quests, so we probably should look into Gilneas. This is a custom zone exclusively to Turtle World of Warcraft. So this would be really cool because this has tons and tons of quests. So Gilneas is definitely an option. It's right next to the Alterac Mountains. So it's right next to it. It's basically, we're here, roughly. So Gilneas is an option. We could look into, let's see, Ashara is too high. Feralas, I'm a big fan of Feralas. Feralas is an option. What else is an option? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. So we have Gilneas, we have Swamp of Sorrows, and we have the Badlands. I tend to go for Gilneas because it's a new city. And it's an exclusive area for this game. So let's try Gilneas as our next solution. Let's try Gilneas. The 1,000 Needle quests. Let's see. The 1,000 Needle quests. Let's abandon these 1,000 Needle quests because we don't really need to do them. And it's quite far away. So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these quests. This opens up 3 more inventory slots. Alright, this is a keeper, this is a keeper, is this a keeper? Spirit Stamina, no, this is not a keeper, and Spirit Stamina, this is not a keeper. Let's sell these items. Oh yeah, selling green items? It's brutally bad on this server. You cannot make money anyway in this server. It is terrible to make money in this server.
Hey there.
Let's see, this is worth more money. Let's get in. Let's buy a little bit of water because we need some regeneration. We need some regeneration. There's the bartender. Let's sell the gray items. Let's sell this. Let's buy some sweet nectar. Should be enough. Let's buy some sweet nectar. This should be enough. Let's get over to Gilneas and let's see what happens. I have a little bit of stuff in here. Nice citrine sail. Medium leather. Heavy leather. This is a stack of full leather. This is basically like 20 silvers above sale price. It's really, really, really bad. It's really bad. So let's fly over to Gilneas. I was already in Gilneas and I unlocked the flight path. And let's get to all of these quests. And that should be quite a lot of stuff to kill.
Well met.
Alrighty, Gilneas, there it is. It's quite close. On level 40, we're gonna make the journey to the High Elven City, which is Alatalas. Yes, I just drank something. Thank you, PSA. And we're gonna buy ourselves a unicorn, because the mount for the High Elves is a unicorn in this game, which is quite funny. But let's head over to Gilneas. We still have half a level to kill. And let's see what happens. What's the reputation like? We are only half honored with Stormwind, so not exalted in any way, shape or form. I've done the Magram honored grind, but I'm unable to turn in the Magram Village honor grind quest. I'm just not able to turn that in, which kind of sucks. So let's see. There's one quest over there. It's right above this lighthouse, as it seems. That's the quest from here, okay. So let's see how many quests are in Gilneas. I know this is all quests because I've been there before. So let's see. Let's get this thing. Okay, it's a 42, which we can manage. Nope, it's a 42, which we can definitely manage. So killing Nagas. There's the next one, Gilneas, securing Gilneas 1. Next quest should be here, there it is. Crystal Vein Ore, we can do that. Oh, I saw Strangle. Find Crank in Booty Bay, so that's a Booty Bay quest. No, you cannot post links. Unfortunately, but you can DM me the link so I can look at it. But only if you are a moderator you can post links. For safety, because we are a prime target of scammers who send in their Discord link to scam people. And since I don't want to be scammed and I don't want anybody in my chat to be scammed, we disabled posting links. But what you can do, you can post the link with space in between and I can take a look at it. That is also possible. So let's look here. Should be a quest. Or is it inside? It's inside, right? Yep, it's inside. Get inside here. There's my quest. Wand of Arcana. Travel to the Badlands. It's another Badlands quest. There are 2 more quests over here. 3 more quests.
For the Alliance.
Listen to his tale. Sure. Let's listen to his tale. And by listen, I mean we do not read it at all.
See you later.
Okay, we have listened to him. Very good.
Safe travel.
3 more quests on this guy.
See you later.
3 more quests on this guy. Oh my god, we're getting so many quests. Yikes. Okay, that's a lot of quests. We need to go to the south side. Let's accept all of the quests first. Okay, there should be a way to get over there. It is quite the far walk. So let's take care of the south first. So we can like get to 44 possibly. To 40 and get ourselves a mount. Because I am sick and tired of walking. I am so sick and tired of walking. I need my mount. So badly. And I know these guys do not have a mount. Because they're still running around with 41 and 42. Fortunately, I was bored enough to grind some money. So I can afford a mount. What do we need to do? We need to find Ravenwood Spectres. We need to get a few named kills, as it seems. And it's an elite. Ooh, this is a red elite quest. That is a 45. We cannot deal with 6 levels higher currently. Nope, not able. That's 45. That's 6 levels above. Thank you for subbing, Bolly. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Alright, let's see. We are here and we need greater vital wing meat. So we need to kill bats. That is definitely something that we can do. They are 4 levels higher, which is not a big deal. So let's see. How overfarmed is this? It looks decently overfarmed. It looks decently overfarmed. There's 2 of them, but there is someone behind us, so we can't really do anything. Let's get rid of the first enemy. It's 6 levels higher, so that will be interesting. The hit chance is pretty good. Yeah, hit chance is pretty good. So we can take him down. Hunter, pretty strong. Who would have known that a pet that is buffed to hell and back, like it has 25% more attack power, it has a 8% hit chance, it gets 30% more armor, and it gets 30% more stamina. Like the stats of the turtle hunter are absolutely insane. Okay, that's a vile wing meat, but this is a quest item, so we can't buy this. So we have to kill them. But I think, yep, we can explore further to the north, because there are more of these enemies available to us. Pet is not hitting well though. Go. There's a few more wings over there, so we have a few enemies. Sure. Have fun, man. Thanks for being here. Do truly appreciate it. Very cool. And you knew something that I didn't expect. So I definitely have no idea who you are, but you know something that is very, very, very old, which gets like mega brownie points from me. It was really, really cool. Mega brownie points. Love this. Did not expect to read a 15-year-old character in the chat today. So that means we have known each other for quite a while. Not many people know this character. I used to be, I basically became a shot caller before that even was a thing. I kind of liked raiding a lot in the Burning Crusade and Lich King era. And so I became something that was a shot caller. I was like learning all of the fights and I was doing the announcements in the channel. And there was this wonderful fight, I believe that was not in the Lich King, it was in Cataclysm afterwards, where we had a boss fight where we had to go in the cardinals, north, east, south and west. And the cringy kid that I was back then, I was doing the shot calling because I was main tank back then with my paladin Lodark. And I very rhythmically said moving, moving, moving. and all of the people were moving in the clockwork cycle, and well, that became kind of a mini meme inside of the raid where I said moving, 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 and I always did it in the same monotone rhythm, and it became kind of like a mini meme. Oh god, I had so many good memories. I don't know if the guy is actually still alive, because I remember him being very, very sick. So the guy might actually not be alive anymore, so this makes it a little bit of a bittersweet story. But back in the Burning Crusade, we had someone called Brickwall, which was a Draenei warrior tank. And he basically tanked everything. And Brickwall and I really understood each other quite well. And it happened many times where it was like 1 o'clock at night, and I got a whisper, or DM, I got a whisper in the game from Brickwall and the folks of the server, where it was like, yo man, wanna do Alcatraz? Wanna do Botanica? Wanna do some reputation farm? Wanna farm for the Mound? And I was already like super tired. It was like after a 6-hour raid, and all of the preparation was done, all of the DKP system was done, and then they were like, yo man, you want to go to Alcatraz or Botanica with us? We need some reputation. And I was like, oh sure, I'm gonna go do it. Had fun, of course, but man, it was like 4 o'clock at night once we finished, because they were drinking heavily, so they were drunk as heck. And nothing ever worked, and we wiped left and right. Totally overgeared, by the way. We had like Hijal gear. But it didn't matter. We died anyways, because like 3 people out of 5 were stone blackout drunk. They were stone blackout drunk, and we just wiped left and right, and this happened multiple nights. I also remember that my enhancement shaman Chiruri was like super geared. I was like very well into Black Temple gear, like very well equipped, and I was going for funsies in a friend Karazhan raid. And aggro management was not really a thing back then. Like, there was not really like proper aggro management from tanks. So I kind of out DPS'd anyone with my gear, because I was severely overgeared, and I was a pretty good player back then. And I severely outgeared every single one. And I know that that Aran, in German he was called Aran's Shaman, which could be like the mirage of Aran or something like that, or basically Aran had a very specific mechanic where the one with aggro was targeted by some spell, and the tank could simply not hold aggro. Could simply not hold aggro. And we were wiping on Aran left and right, because I was out DPSing the entire raid and the tank so madly that it was impossible to hold aggro. So we did stuff like, I'm not attacking for like 2 minutes, and you are just doing nothing but maximum aggro for like 2 minutes. And then I'm going to start attacking the enemy. And that worked, but I severely out DPS'd everyone in that Karazhan raid. It was so much fun. I always had a huge kick helping out friends while me being severely overgeared, and just helping out friends and just raiding, just having fun, not even needing any gear, not even like rolling onto attunement. The mount from Karazhan. Not even doing that, just like having fun, like helping out. I really got a kick out of it back then. I really did enjoy my time in the Burning Crusade, and I want to relive that so badly. It was a really cool time. Enhancement Shaman was the absolute beast back then, if you adhere to the slow rule, when you were dual wielding, you had a slow main hand and a slow off hand for dual Wind Fury proc chance. When you adhere to the slow rule, you had like an insane amount of DPS for essentially being a 2-button class. Essentially. In reality, Shaman was one of the most CPM classes in the game, costs per minute. Because there were 2 ways really of playing Shaman. Well, there were 3 ways. There were the wrong way, the good way, and the pro way. The wrong way to play is just Stormstrike. The wrong way to play Shaman is just simply Stormstrike and Stormstriking the enemies. The good way to play Shaman is to have Stormstrike and Flame Shock and Earth Shock as a rotation. So you Stormstrike Flame Shock for the damage over time, and then you Earth Shock to get the Stormstrike debuff down, and you Earth Shock twice and Flame Shock once. Earth Shock twice, Flame Shock once. That was basically the good way to do this. And then there was the pro way of playing Enhancement Shaman. And that really never came into existence until the very last raid, the Sunwell Plateau. And that was the so-called Totem Twisting. The Shaman, the Enhancement Shaman, was used for 2 things. First big thing, the so-called Wind Fury Totem. Any melee that did not have their main weapon improved or augmented, not enchant. You could have had your main weapon enchanted, but you could not have it augmented by a sharpening stone or by a poison. So you were put into a melee group as an Enhancement Shaman. Your other melees did not improve their weapon with an augment, and then you drop the Wind Fury Totem. The Wind Fury Totem would give them a 9-second buff to their main hand, giving them a half strong Wind Fury enchantment, which translates to having 1 extra attack as a 20% chance. This buff existed for 9 seconds. So, this buff was not perpetual, however. It was a pulsating buff, which means once you place down the totem, you could remove the totem. And you remove the totem by placing agility, because the Wind Fury Totem occupied the Wind Totem slot. So since it occupied the Wind Totem slot, it had a buffed Wind Fury enchantment and a agility perpetual buff. That means you did something called Totem Twisting. You placed your Wind Fury and you immediately placed the agility totem for exactly 7 seconds, and then you placed the Wind Fury Totem again to refresh the buff on the weapon. The so-called twisting of totems, Totem Twisting. No, that means you had to Stormstrike, Flame Shock, Earth. You had to Stormstrike, Wind Fury Totem, Flame Shock, Earth Shock, Stormstrike. No. Different. Let's see if I can recall the rotation. It was Stormstrike, Wind Fury Totem, Agility Totem, Flame Shock, Stormstrike, Earth Shock, Wind Fury Totem, Agility Totem, Stormstrike, no, Earth Shock, Stormstrike, Wind Fury Totem, Agility Totem, Earth Shock, Stormstrike, and rinse and repeat. That was basically the rotation, and it was pretty tight because it truly meant that your shaman was pretty much CPM or GCD locked. Back then, these names didn't really exist, like GDC locked or CPM locked. These words didn't really exist back then, because the internet was basically still a new thing, and online gaming was still a new thing. Like wikis and YouTube guides did not really exist. Tracking tools did not exist. What is GCD? GCD is a global cooldown. What is a global cooldown? Well, if you look into my bar, if I press a button, the bar moves. It basically turns. This is called a global cooldown. This global cooldown in World of Warcraft is 1.5 seconds, which means you have 1.5 seconds to press the next button. Then there is a so-called OGCD, a off global cooldown. This is a button that is not adhering to this circle. So you can press those buttons when the other buttons are in cooldown. So you switch between global cooldown and off global cooldown. So World of Warcraft did not really have OGCDs for many classes back then. They do now, but this system basically got reinvented by Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV basically is designed around global cooldown and off global cooldown weaving. It's called weaving. It's basically designed around that. This did not really exist in the original World of Warcraft. What did exist, and it didn't have a name back then, was CPM. Casts per minute. Casts per minute is basically how many casts a class does per minute, including global cooldowns, GCD, and off global cooldowns, OGCD. So this entails both values. And Shaman used to be always on the high end if you totem twist, because we basically maxed out the GCD value. Not many other classes did this, but we did this for sure. Now, how high is the global, the CPM per class? Well, in World of Warcraft, turns out it's actually quite low. The casts per minute in World of Warcraft is around 40 to 45. I believe Shaman was roughly around 44.5, 44.6. So it is technically relatively slow. While Final Fantasy has a much slower global cooldown, the global cooldown of Final Fantasy is 2.5, but Final Fantasy XIV weaves 2 off global cooldown per global cooldown, which means World of Warcraft does have a action per minute of roughly 1.5 or 2, right? It has 2.2 clicks per 2.5 seconds, so it's 2.2 per 2.5, and Final Fantasy has 3 per 2.5. So Final Fantasy is almost 0.8 clicks per minute or casts per minute faster than World of Warcraft. While the global cooldown of Final Fantasy is slower, you still do more actions per minute. And I kind of got used to the Final Fantasy playstyle of weaving, and I'm kind of missing that. And playing Shaman again would give me the ability to get back into the high CPM playstyle of the game. Because Hunter does not do this. The CPM of the Hunter is like, what? 0.7? 0.7 per minute? Like, it's really bad. I do like, I don't know, 10 casts per minute with a Hunter. It's really, really, really bad. It's super slow. I did not know this when I played Hunter, but Hunter is like super duper slow. Super duper slow. Shaman, Enhancement Shaman, vastly different. Vastly different. The chill style, not so much. The totem twisting is definitely. So yeah, that will definitely happen. Will I do the full totem twisting? I don't know. Being quite frank, I'm old now. I'm old. I'm getting like super gray and white hair on my beard. I'm really old now, and I've played this game for I don't know, 25 years at this point. So I don't know if I will do totem twisting. I definitely will do the enhancement shaman, but I don't know if I will do totem twisting because I'm a lazy bastard. There's a big rule, however. that I will try to adhere as much as I can. I hate add-ons. As you can see, I have quite a few add-ons installed. Or interface, because the classic interface technically is really, really bad. I am trying to avoid interface add-ons and boss add-ons as much as I can. In World of Warcraft, they are somehow, somewhat not really avoidable, unfortunately. In Final Fantasy, add-ons do not exist, basically. In Final Fantasy, you play the game without any outside help, and I agree with that. In my opinion, you should learn how to play your class and how to raid and do the boss fight without any external help. What doesn't help is that World of Warcraft's boss designs are really, really, really bad. There is not really anything else to say. The bosses designed in World of Warcraft are quite shit. They're quite shit. There's absolutely no indicator if there is something going to happen. It is random what will happen, how it will happen, who it will happen to. Basically, the design philosophy of World of Warcraft's bosses is pure random and good luck. That's basically how World of Warcraft is designed. Final Fantasy is designed very, very differently in that approach. Final Fantasy's design is it will happen the same way and exactly the same way every single time, yeah. And we will not do the randomness here, yeah. It will happen the very exact same way because that's how the Germans would design it. That's basically how Final Fantasy is designed. It was designed by the Japanese, so it's not really German, but that's basically how it's designed. It's designed to work only one way and only one way. Yeah, so I quite prefer that approach because it is much more reliable to play. That's the thing. World of Warcraft's raiding is very, very unreliable. And that is why people use add-ons, because bosses got designed with these add-ons in mind, which is terrible. So if you want to raid World of Warcraft without add-ons, there is a good chance you will not even be included in the raid because you don't have boss timers, you don't have Big Brother, you don't have this helping add-on, you don't have the status add-on, you don't have like bad aura, whatever they're called. And because you don't have these supporting add-ons that you need for raiding in World of Warcraft, there is a huge chance you will be excluded from the raid, which in my opinion, doesn't leave you the choice of playing the game you want to play. And kind of sucks. You will be excluded in the high-end raids. Of course not LFR or something like that, but in the high-end raids, if you do not have these add-ons, there is a huge cultural bias against you, and you will not be able to experience the fight. In Final Fantasy, however, add-ons do not exist. There is no true randomness in Final Fantasy, and it is very, very consistent how the boss is played, and you're just expected to know the boss or learn the boss. And that works really, really well actually in Final Fantasy. It works really, really well. Unfortunately, World of Warcraft got designed with add-ons in mind. And that's, in my opinion, wrong.
Be careful.
I think that is very, very, very wrong in my opinion. And I can't find the next NPC. There he is. There we go. We need to get the web venom, so we need to go back and kill more spiders. We need to kill more spiders. Yep, we need to kill more spiders. So yeah. I will try to not use add-ons if I can avoid it. I know in World of Warcraft it is pretty much unavoidable to use them, and I hate it. I really, really, really hate it. This is a perfect example. You've seen it before we went into Gilneas, when I was at Hillsbrad and I needed to check my mail, because mailing things is a legit version, a legit way of transferring items in World of Warcraft. So in Final Fantasy, you cannot transfer items to other characters. And if you buy something in the auction house or the billboard of Final Fantasy, it's basically the same. It's an auction house. If you buy something in an auction house, it gets transferred directly in your inventory. World of Warcraft does not do that. In World of Warcraft, you can just simply buy stuff and it will hang around in your post, in your mailbox, for like 30 days. So it masses upon masses upon masses upon masses mail, and you have to open every single mail one by one by one by one by one. Now, you could say, just install an add-on, right? Just install an add-on to do the mailing thing for you. Just install an add-on. And you would be right. Why would I just not install an add-on? You're absolutely correct. Why would I not want to do that? Well, the problem is in drawing the line. Drawing the line on what add-ons are okay and what add-ons are not okay. Where do we draw the line? And who draws the line? And where does it get drawn? Does everybody agree with the line? Like, where is the line? Is my line is maybe here, but your line is maybe there. My line is at everywhere. Your line may only be at boss add-ons. Some other guy says, well, no gameplay add-ons, like no interface add-ons. Someone else says, well, no, like auction house add-ons. So where is the line? That's the biggest problem. Where is the line? And there is only, in my opinion, there's only, and again, it's an opinion. It's a personal opinion. It's a bias. And my personal opinion is, there is no line. There can never be a line. The line is either all add-ons are okay or none of them are. Because there is no other line available. Either all of them or none of them. Because we can simply not agree on where to draw the line. The only line that could exist is for Blizzard to include add-ons into the original client. Like them providing the add-on. That's the only line, the provider line, that could ever exist. Any other line is not able to be drawn. Now we have played, you and I, we have played World of Warcraft for a long time. You have played World of Warcraft for a long time. I have played World of Warcraft for a long time. We know that Blizzard does not ever do anything good the community does. Blizzard's design philosophy is let them fix it. And they do nothing for us. So we have to fix Blizzard's fuck-uppery ourselves. And that's the problem. If the provider... Thank you, Saribot, for clearing a spammer scammer. You basically saw it flashing up right here. This is why we do this. Saribot blocks all of the spammers, all of the scammers. We call them spammer scammers here. And that is why we cannot post links, unfortunately, in the chat. Because, well, you know, this happens. And it happens every single stream, alright? It happens every single stream. So yeah, if Blizzard, and Blizzard does not provide the line, there will no line ever be provided. It can't exist. So the problem is either everything or nothing. You could call me totally a hypocrite. You could call me a total hypocrite because I have installed add-ons. You could call me a massive hypocrite, and I would agree with you. I would absolutely agree with you that what I'm talking about currently is absolute hypocrisy. I am against add-ons while using add-ons. Totally understand that. In reality, I don't have a choice. The players do not have a choice. Because those who use add-ons will have an unfair advantage over you. That's the simple truth. That those who use add-ons have a legit gameplay, financial, mental advantage over you. Very simple example is the auction house. Very simple example is the auction house. I do not have a auction house add-on installed. Two classics are Aux and Auctioneer. Aux and Auctioneer are the classic add-ons of World of Warcraft when it comes to the auction house. Now, why do the users of these add-ons have a legit gameplay advantage over those who do not use these kind of add-ons? Well, these kind of add-ons can scan the entire auction house, can database all of the listings, can database all of the prices, and can automatically set a price for you, undercut your competition, and input your items into the auction house without you ever doing anything. You only have to go in and scan the auction house. That's the only thing you have to do. And if you scan the auction house, Auctioneer will do all of these things for you. That is a legit advantage because they are saving an incredible amount of time, they're gaining the maximum amount of profit, and they're alleviating all of the manual stress and typing and like listing that you have to do. So Auctioneer is a legit gameplay advantage to those who use the auction house versus those who do not use the auction house. Let's say you send a lot of mail. If you have to click 50 mail each and every single day, click the mail, click the gold, click the item, close the mail, click the mail, click the item, click the gold, close the mail. That's 4 clicks every single time. If you have a mailbox add-on that has the button open all, you click that button one time, it opens up every single mail with one click in the maximum amount of speed that it can provide. So you are winning on time and effort. So again, a mailbox add-on is a legit gameplay advantage over those who do not use this add-on. Okay, next example. Action bars. We are currently using 5 action bars in the game. We're using main, upper 1, upper 2, left 1, right 1, right 2. We're using 5 bars. If these bars are full, as a default gamer, you are done. If I want to have cooldown bars here in the middle, I can't do it. It does not exist. There exists bar add-ons in the game, interface bar add-ons that add up to 10 bars in the game. So I could have a bar here on the left, one here on the right. I could have another bar here on the left as well. So I could easily overpopulate my interface with more bars. Why is that a gameplay advantage? Well, someone can use more buttons that are available to him than I have. So he has a objectively clear advantage to using these add-ons without me using these add-ons. So again, he has a legit gameplay advantage of using interface add-ons. And that's just one example of many, many, many more things. Another thing, the buff bar here on the top right. You can't see it because my camera is on top of it. But right here next to my camera, right here, is a buff bar. This buff bar is not really detailed. It is not really detailed. There exists something, I believe it's called weak auras, that totally upgrades the buff bar. Oh, we have not leveled. We are 0.62% short. So the buff bar gets vastly improved with more icons, with a timer bar, with a better explanation of remaining time. They are getting color coded and many, many more things. They can be moved, so they are not in the top right corner. They can be moved into the center of the screen, so your awareness of these things are increased. Again, it's a objectively gameplay improving add-on. It's an objective improvement over someone like me who does not use it. And why? If I'm a healer and I have to look at buffs and debuffs all the time, why would you as a raid leader choose me who does not use these add-ons and are performing worse than someone who does? Next, big objective win for add-on users. Big objective win for add-on users. Hey, we're level 40. Big objective win for add-on users. Big win. It's a mod, everybody uses it. There is pretty much no one who doesn't use it. It's called Grid. It's basically the raid frame of all players in a very compact form. It's called Grid because it's basically aligned as a little grid with rows and columns. Grid is strong. There is no other word for grid than strong. Grid shows you every single member of the raid, their health, their mana, their buffs, and their debuffs in this very concentrated, short, small little grid. And you can see everything and you can control everything in Grid. Absolutely everything. If you are a healer, if you are someone who has to deal with buffs and debuffs, and you are not using Grid or a form of Grid, you're doing it wrong. Quite simply, you are doing it entirely wrong. Absolutely entirely wrong. And why would a raid leader choose someone who does not use these kinds of add-ons? He will objectively perform worse. And that's the sad thing. These add-ons are necessary because Blizzard did not provide adequate tools to deal with these kinds of things without the add-ons. They just simply did not provide the stuff. And this sucks. This absolutely sucks. So I don't want to use them. I will be forced to use them at some point, because I will not be able to progress any further if I don't use them. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. So that's my opinion on add-ons. I hate it. I don't want to use them, but after a certain point I will be forced to use them. Kinda sucks. Not gonna lie. Kinda sucks. And I did not want to fly to Booty Bay, so we need to log out real quickly. So we're stopping at Stormwind. Really sucks. Like, this is a part of World of Warcraft that I absolutely despise. I really, really, really despise that fact. Little trick: if you log out while flying, you cancel the flight on the next flight master. Yeah. So I was using add-ons back then quite openly, because back then I was not as critical of video games as I am now. People usually say something along like this: I was a much better gamer when I was a child. People say some form of this usually. I was a better esportler, I was a better shooter player, I was a better MMO player when I was a kid. People say this usually is some form of it. And I would kick the shit out of my earlier self. Oh my god, I would wipe the floor of the 16-year-old Hana. Damn, I would absolutely fuck the shit out of this guy. He would not survive. I would outplay him so hard. Oh my god. I am a much better player now. I have never been a better player than I am right now. I am on the top of my game. I'm a good shooter player. I have incredible flick shots. I'm really good. I know I'm good because I kind of play a lot of video games. I know I'm really, really good. And I tend to not use any guides, because I usually say something like, I'm pretty good, I can figure this out myself. And I can kind of get 95, 98% of the way there. Only the last few percents I usually need like a guide or something like an expert teaching me or analyzing stuff. Because back then I was a theory crafter, and I still am a theory crafter. I look at logs upon logs upon logs, and I dissect my gameplay, and I look at what I did, and oh, I could do this a little bit better, oh, I could do this a little bit better, oh, there I double weaved instead of single weave, and I do this like this is my jam. If I take a combat log and I upload it into an analyzer and I analyze the ever-living shit out of my gameplay. I love doing that. I have always loved doing that because I want to improve myself. I really, really, really want to improve myself. I want to be a better gamer. I want to like be the best gamer that I can be. And I learned so many things over the last 2 decades of playing MMOs. I'm 35 soon. I've been playing MMOs since I was 13. So I've been playing MMOs for 22 years of my life, soon 23 years of my life. I have played these kinds of games a fuck ton. So I think I am a really, really good player, and in Final Fantasy I can even prove it. I've been many times with not the best gear in the 95 to 97th percentile of all fights, which translates I'm in the best top to 3 to 5% of players. So I am really good without looking at any guides, without looking like at the best gear available. I just played, and I'm kind of like in the top 5% of best gamers. So I know I'm a really good player. I can prove it in Final Fantasy XIV. So I would absolutely outplay my younger self. There is no question about it. I would absolutely rock my younger kid. So yeah, when going back to World of Warcraft and Classic, I would try to avoid the guides and the add-ons as much as I can. I would legit like read up on strategy guides. I would look legit up like boss fights on the internet. I would try to not install an add-on. I would try to remember the fights, and I would try to do them as best as I can without doing all of the fancy bullshit. And if that's an interesting thing for you guys to see, I will definitely try to stream it with Classic TBC. There will be no issues without any streams, because technically what we're doing here is not legal. Technically. Blizzard just doesn't give a shit. I've mentioned this in episode 1 quite a lot. In episode 1 we had a giant discussion that Blizzard just simply does not care. Blizzard is 100% aware of Turtle World of Warcraft's existence. 100% aware. They are 100% aware that there are videos on YouTube and Twitch streams being streamed on Turtle World of Warcraft. They do not care. They are complicit in this behavior. They do not care. Private servers exist and Blizzard does not do anything about them. While this is not a legit copy of World of Warcraft that we're playing, Blizzard does not care. So I don't give a damn. So we're streaming this. However, with the classic TBC Anniversary, this danger disappears. So we will be doing this legit. What we still can't do, we still can't play music in the background. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, we still can't play music in the background. So the game has to be rather quiet. But that's the plan. The plan is to definitely play the Burning Crusade. Definitely replay my character as much and as strongly as I can. Back in the day. Starting out with jewel crafting and mining. And later then transitioning into jewelry crafting and alchemy. To get the nice little pots going, because pots was a really strong thing back then. Jewel crafting as well. So try to get the enhancement charming as much rolling as I can. I have the goals of clearing Karazhan. I have the goals to kill Vashi Vashi. I have the goals to kill Illidan, kill Kael Tass, kill what's the guy in Hijal again? What's the guy on Hijal again? What's the guy on Hijal again? Shit. What's the guy on Hijal again? Artonidas? No, it wasn't Artonidas. Archimond? No, it was not Archimond. Who's the guy on Hijal again? I don't want to Google it. It was Archimond, right? No, I don't want to Google it. Hijal. Final boss. It was Archimond, right? It was Archimond, yay! I can remember things. It was Archimond. I definitely want to kill Archimond. I have not killed Jaden. This is the big thing that I have not done with Chidori. Chidori did not kill Jaden. And I want to kill Jaden. I wanna, because kill Jaden marks the end of the Burning Crusade. If you kill Jaden, you have cleared the game. And I have not cleared the game with Chidori. So let's revisit that and kill Jaden with Chidori. And funny story. I remember it as it was yesterday. In the Burning Crusade, I was in the guild Kronos, and I still have the kill video on my NAS. We made a kill montage of our first kills of the Black Temple. And I was part of every single... Oh, thank you, game. Really? 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 Oh well. I was part of every single first kill in the Black Temple because I was the enhancer shaman. We didn't have someone else. I was the enhancer shaman of the guild. So I was part on every single first kill of the Black Temple. And when we got to the final boss, Illidan, I had to do something private, and they were trying Illidan, and on the kill video, you can see me coming on in the chat And I'm asking how much percent left of Illidan. You can see it in the kill video of me coming online and asking how it's going, and that was the kill. I can even show it. I can even show it. Let me see if I can show it. I need to mute the PC for safeties. Let me mute the PC for safeties because there's music in it and I can't show the music, of course. But I can definitely show it. I have the video right here. It's so funny. It's so funny. I can show it. Miscellaneous Kronos versus Illidan. There it is. And I can definitely show it. So there it is. There's the video of Kronos versus Illidan. That's Brickwall. I think that guy was unfortunately terminally ill. I could be wrong. So if you're still alive, Brickwall, hey, thanks for being alive. But yeah, Mal'Ganis, there I am. There you saw me. That's my character. There you am. I'm getting healed by Nashora, by T. There I am. I'm getting healed. So this is me. And I was at every single first kill. At every single first kill. There I am again. On the second boss. We killed Supremus. There I am on the third boss. Shades of Akama. There I am on the fourth boss. There I am on the fifth boss. There I am on the sixth boss. There I am on the seventh boss. And there I am on the council, so the pre-last boss. And as you can see, Illidan Stormridge, I'm kind of absent in the entire grid. You can see me coming online. Where is it? You can see me coming online in the game on the kill. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Nabend, wie läuft Illidan %. So they were in the middle of the kill. They were in the middle of the kill. And I'm coming online in the middle of the kill. And they're killing Illidan in this try. I was so pissed. I was so pissed, people. I was so pissed. I was there at every single first kill and I missed the last one. I was so majorly pissed. My god. Like, there is not much that brings me to boiling blood. That brought me to boiling blood. But not because of the raid, don't get me wrong. The raiding guys were amazing. They were like a small little family. All of them were really, really great. Some of them had a bad fallout in the coming years, but all of them at that time were great players. All of them were really, really good. We had solid teamwork. We had a massive understanding on what progress rate meant, and everybody concentrated. Like, the guys were amazing back then. What was not amazing was my real life back then. It was kind of a stressful life that I had while doing this. And so my real life really impeded me to be there at this date, at this time. And they killed the boss. Painful. Painful. Really, really, really painful. So I killed Illidan, of course. I killed Illidan in the following weeks because there is a weekly reset in an MMO. World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, they do not differ. They have a weekly reset, so I definitely killed Illidan. However, I did not kill Illidan on the first try. Unfortunately, I did not do it on the first try. Really, 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 really annoying. Really, really, really annoying. But we now have a unicorn that can be ridden. Hey, we have a unicorn. Wonderful, we have a unicorn. Great. So yeah, that's about it. We are already over time. So that's pretty much the episode for today. So thank you very much for watching this giant 2-hour monologue of me reminiscing about the old times. And let me know what the plan is on the World of Warcraft side. Will we start a character next episode and basically start from episode 1 again on Classic and preparing 2 characters, a mage and a paladin, for retail, the Burning Crusade Anniversary Edition, or are we keep playing Turtle? We technically have 6 months to prepare, but I kind of want to get the preparation done as well, so we don't do it on the last trigger. So yeah, you know where to find me. Come into the chat, have a good time, become a lurker, doesn't really matter, just enjoy the time. And if you have something to say it to me. Become a Pokemon, have a good time. Thank you very much for watching. You know where to find me. Everything is in the description if you want to support me. Have a good one, wash your hands, take care, until next time, bye bye.